Molly from stampersplus.com. Today's video I want to show you how to create this faux stencil with the brayer and the faux gathering with the satin ribbon. And I'll show you how to create this beautiful flower that attaches to it, including the leaves. So let's get started. Piece of cardstock that was embossed in the vintage wallpaper, and I've got the raised side up, and what you'll need is a white craft pad and ensuring that it's inked really well. You want it juicy for it to be easily to apply onto your actual cardstock. So what I'm doing is I'm inking my brayer well, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add a piece of paper so that my work area is clean. And work area is clean. Okay, so then the raised area. So what you're going to do is gently roll your brayer right across your cardstock. You see how the ink actually picks up the raised area? You don't want to be pressing too hard so that you're going to get into the crevices right in here. So what I also done was I'm kind of turning my cardstock one way and inking it the other way so that I got even pressure throughout just to ink up the raised area. And kind of apply it until you got the right consistency. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this particular card. I'm going to shut this down. Okay, so you're going to let it dry overnight, but if you're like me, very impatient, I would use the heat gun. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do that, okay? And so what I have done was I've already created a card and cut it down to size. And so basically this is what it actually looks like, and I cut it right in half. Okay, and so if you take a look, it looks like a kind of like a stencil on the wall. So what I did was I took a white piece of paper, embossed it in the polka dot embossing folder, and I'm going to lay these pieces onto my So Saffron cardstock. Come on. So, about 1/8 of an inch around the border. Got white craft pad ink on my fingers. That's okay. Same thing with on this side. Okay. Now don't worry about the gap right here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cover it. I'm going to take my red sticky tape, apply right in the middle of the card. You want to crease it well, and then remove the tape. Okay. And then take your white satin ribbon. Now, the trick to create this kind of like a tail, all I did was I folded the ribbon in half and then snipped it from the center to the edge, creating a tail like this. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is going to start off with one end and taking my index finger and kind of loop it. Now you want to loop it so that it's going in all different directions. You don't want it all looped at the same kind of width, or all going up. You want it going one way and going down the other way, so it kind of looks like a faux gathering. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the edges right here to be flat. I don't want it 3D raised looking, because it's going to be harder when I put the flower in. And again, fold this in half and then snip to make the tail. Okay? So the next thing is that I've already done the flower. This is the Blossom Party die that I just already cut out, and each of the layer is layered on with a glue. The dimensionals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Eggplant Elegant emboss ink pad and my mini dauber, and you're going to do is you're going to take and sponge the edges. It just kind of gives you that not so, I guess what you call ink. It's kind of like spreading the ink out and not having it all in one place. So if you stretch it and going right across the die, it actually looks like your flower is actually a 3D flower. Okay? So with the leaves, all I did was I took my enchanted designer paper and I folded it in half and crimped it. Now what I'm going to do is actually cut 2 leaves, just like that. I'm going to cut one more because I like leaves. Okay, and with the edges, all I do is going to snip it so it looks like it's a split leaves. Okay, and do the same thing for the other one. Open it up, take your glue dot. Okay, I'm going to take my glue dot and I'm going to add it onto my cardstock and add the other one on this side. Then another pop dot on the back. Okay, so here's the leaves that I did, and what I did was I took my half-inch circle, and all I did was I punched a circle using the same designer paper, apply glue dot to the center, and right onto the flower, and then put this on your Eggplant Elegant base card, and there you have it. Okay, so this is here's the finished card that I've already done. Okay, and here is another image that I was playing around with colors, and I just love this one. This one is done with Pink Pirouette with the white craft. And what I did was I took the Pretty in Pink and sponged it with Red Riding Hood ink, and then spritz it with the shimmering paint, so my flower actually looks shimmery. I don't think you can see that on the video, but I hope this helped, and I look forward to your comments. So thanks for joining me. Bye.